Deep underground, there are deposits of rock holding enough carbon-free energy to light entire cities. But here is the catch. If you dig up a chunk of that natural uranium right now, it can't even power a light bulb. In its raw form, pulled straight from the Earth, it is entirely incapable of generating electricity. This breakdown shows the root of the problem at the atomic level. Natural uranium is made of two nearly identical isotopes. 99.3% of it is uranium-238, which is heavy and stable, effectively dead weight in a reactor. The part that actually splits to release energy, uranium-235, makes up a tiny 0.7% fraction. You can't just dissolve one and keep the other, because chemically they behave exactly the same. The only real difference is their weight, and even then, U-238 is heavier by a microscopic margin. To unlock the extraordinary power trapped inside, engineers have to isolate that tiny percentage. Doing so requires building a highly orchestrated supply chain that spans across the globe. The process begins half a kilometer beneath northern Canada at the Cigar Lake mine. The ore here is the highest quality in the world, but it sits directly beneath a saturated layer of water-laden sandstone. Mining it directly would be like trying to dig a tunnel beneath a waterfall. Inside that frozen perimeter, the radiation is too intense for human contact. Operators sit in sealed booths 50 meters away, using remote-controlled drills studded with tungsten carbide to chew through the rock. The ore is crushed into sand, mixed with water to form a radioactive slurry, and pumped safely to the surface. Extraction is only the first hurdle. To reach a reactor, the raw slurry must now undergo a radical chemical transformation. Trucks carry the slurry to a milling facility, where it is flooded with highly concentrated acid. This acid dissolves only the targeted uranium, while the worthless rock and minerals are filtered out and sink to the bottom. The extracted, purified liquid is then pumped into towering industrial ovens and roasted at over 1,000 degrees Celsius. It emerges completely dry, transformed into a jet black powder. But you cannot sort a solid powder by atomic weight. To separate those two identical isotopes and isolate the valuable uranium-235, this powder has to be converted into a gas. Inside heavily fortified conversion facilities, the powder is reacted with fluorine to create uranium hexafluoride. This gas is incredibly dangerous. It is so corrosive it will eat right through standard steel, so the entire process happens inside sealed, specialized nickel and aluminum alloy chambers. Moving this volatile gas requires armored trucks, secure, classified routes, and constant GPS tracking. Armed guards and international monitors track every single drum to ensure it safely reaches the enrichment facility. Gasification isn't the final product. It is a highly corrosive prerequisite needed for physicists to finally pry the atomic twins apart. The gas arrives at an enrichment plant, a maze of thousands of precision centrifuges linked together in repetitive silver rows. These machines spin at 60,000 revolutions per minute, almost twice the speed of a jet engine. At these supersonic speeds, centrifugal force pushes the slightly heavier uranium-238 to the outer walls, trapping the lighter, valuable uranium-235 directly in the center. As you can see in this data overlay, the gas moves through cascade after cascade, repeating the cycle. Slowly, the concentration of uranium-235 climbs from its natural 0.7% up to the critical 3 to 5% threshold. Now that it's finally enriched, the volatile gas is chemically converted back into a stable solid powder. Industrial presses then mold this powder under intense pressure and heat. The end result is a tiny, perfectly engineered ceramic pellet. Every single piece is microscopically inspected for hairline cracks or density flaws before it can be used. Hundreds of these pellets are stacked inside metal tubes made of zirconium, an alloy that resists severe heat and corrosion while allowing atomic particles to freely pass through its walls. These tubes are then sealed and bundled together into fuel assemblies. The raw ore pulled from the underground ice fortress has successfully been engineered into a high-performance tool specifically built to sustain nuclear fission. The completed fuel assemblies are transported to the vast infrastructure of a modern nuclear power plant. Deep inside the facility, robotic cranes lower the assemblies into the active reactor vessel, submerging them inside the geometric grid beneath protective water. A single uranium-235 atom splits. This fission releases heat and tiny particles called neutrons. These neutrons fly out, pierce the zirconium tubes, and collide with nearby uranium atoms, triggering adjacent atoms to split in a continuous, sustained chain reaction. The heat from this atomic splitting is harnessed to boil water into high-pressure steam. That steam roars out to spin turbines, driving generators that output hundreds of megawatts of electricity. Just one of those tiny, peanut-sized enriched pellets sitting in the core contains the same energy equivalent as burning 800 kilograms of coal or 560 liters of oil. By mastering geology, corrosive chemistry, and supersonic physics, humanity has developed a way to isolate a fraction of a percent of a rock. That rigorous process turns a raw mineral into a clean engine that constantly powers the modern world.